Hello everyone, this is Ed Davila with MUX1405, and this is my competitive app analysis screencast. I have taken two applications that I have used in the past to outline my evaluation. One is called Apploy and the second one is called Monster Jobs. These two applications' final goal is to find employment for the user. Each has different features that distinguish them from each other, but I have focused on the usability of both apps and compared them to my app idea and how my app can benefit from other applications' UI limitations. Apploy on visibility and app status. Apploy is good at making sure that the user knows that the application does what the application does on each screen. For instance, a My Jobs tab informs the user whether data has been saved or has been previously displayed in job search history. However, Apploy does require some level of proficiency uh, for the user with mobile applications. Monster Jobs is pretty straightforward and it uses minimalist design to make things as simple as possible for the user so she or he is aware of what's happening on every screen without the need for clarification. A match between app and the real world. Apploy tries to adapt to the environment by requesting location of the user. The information is then displayed by city and state and its proximity to the user's current location. It also uses a map to show where the user is within the area. Monster Jobs does require the user to allow for location services, but it does not provide a map. The user will have to use third-party software like Google Maps in order to find his desired destination. User control and freedom. Apploy makes use of back buttons. Um, and Let me start over. Apploy makes use of back, next, and exit buttons, but it's limited to only the profile information page. Other tabs only make use of the back button. Monster Jobs does not require, actually does not make use of the back buttons. It only has a home button which will take you to the home screen and all data will be lost then. Error prevention. Um, Apploy makes sure that the user makes a valid entry before saving any information. If an error occurs, Apploy will warn the user before completing the form and it will mark it in red. Monster Jobs does not offer error prevention. If an error is made in other screens besides the login screen, the only option is to return to the home screen and repeat the search. Consistency and standards. Apploy uses a few icons that are not too consistent with other applications. Um, this application is designed for average app users, so it does need some level of expertise to navigate through the application. Monster Jobs is very consistent with standard navigation, which is very familiar to most users, from new users to proficient users. It has been made so that young people can use it too. Recognition rather than recall. One problem with Apploy is that the app needs to reload a page. Even if you click on the back button, this causes delays in the return of information and can be bothersome. Monster Jobs does not reuse the same pages either, as it refreshes completely screen after screen. Flexibility and efficiency of use. Apploy only remembers the login information and the job search history. However, there is a lot of information that needs to be entered every time the application is launched. The application relies on user input and does not make use of user predictability. Monster Jobs is not flexible either. Every time you use the application, you need to log in, and The only advantage I found to be useful is that a resume can be uploaded only if the desktop version has it stored in memory. Only then the user can benefit from never having to upload a resume within the mobile application. Aesthetic and minimalist design. Apploid does not make good use of minimalist design. Information about jobs on every category is displayed on the home page. The user expects to find information about his career, but the application displays all job categories. This makes the application confusing since a lot of information is presented, and it can lead to multiple links with irrelevant information on a user's job preference. Monster Jobs, however, uses minimalist design. Uh, Only what is basic for the user. Almost every screen contains only a few lines of information and only related to the category of the job search. Help users recognize, diagnose, and recover from errors. Apploy will only alert a user of an error when filling up a form, and if the entry is invalid. The application will highlight the error in red for the user to see and fix before submitting or saving information. Monster Jobs only alerts of a logging error. Everything else is up to the user to find. Uh, Help and documentation. Documentation for both applications is minimum. While Apploid does not have any documentation at all, Monster Jobs only has a contact us link on their desktop version only. Doing some research on EBSCO host. Marketing of applications can be very complex and tricky. However, there are studies that can help us developers stay on track when advertising and marketing our applications. Like this article I found in EBSCO by Karen Jolly, if I can pull it up, called The ABCs of Mobile Marketing, which explains that a number of application developers and marketing experts only focus on a small percentage of mobile users, especially in the education field. Most applications are targeted to students and forget that many users are not necessarily attending school. Um, while there is a 72% of forgotten users, many experts think that by using social networks and other websites alike, uh, on top of uh, other features that mobile devices have, like Bluetooth and cameras, uh, they can reach new audiences, especially since kids from 12 to 17 are now proficient in the use of mobile devices and its applications. Well, I'm trying to keep this short, so I'd like to thank everyone. This is Eddie Davila with MUX1405.